Rev up your engines!
Mr. Grape says, Scotty, what do you think about Mitsubishi? Are the new ones reliable? How about the old ones? You think the brand will ever make a comeback? Okay, here's the thing. Mitsubishi always made somewhat cheaper cars. That was their thing. They sold cars that cost less. Now, if you don't mind a standard transmission, they can last a long time. I've had customers get 200,000-300,000 miles out of the ones with the standard transmissions. But they make horrendous automatic transmissions and they break all the time, and they still do. But if you want a cheaper car, and say you're going to buy a brand new car and you're the type of guy that keeps your car 5-6 years, you go buy a Mitsubishi, you probably won't have too many problems the first 5 or 6 years. Go ahead, and if you're going to buy another one, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if you're a cheapskate like me and you want to buy a used car like I do and buy a 10, 12-year-old Toyota and then drive it for another 200,000-300,000 miles, you won't be happy with Mitsubishi. Steve Bates says, I have a 2000 Toyota Sienna with over 200,000 miles. Timing belt has never been replaced. Should I replace the water pump and tensioner and seals? Well, if you're planning on keeping it a really long time, yes, that would be a good idea to do. But at the same time, realize that is a non-interference engine. And if the timing belt ever breaks, nothing's damaged. So if you want, you can just wait. And then if it breaks, tow it to a mechanic and have them fix it. It doesn't hurt anything. But if you want to have trouble-free driving, yes, I would change the water pump and the seal and the tensioner and the timing belt now with that kind of mileage on it. But if you don't care and you just drive it around town, when it breaks, you can just tow it to your mechanic and have it do the job then. It will not hurt anything. Eddie Dugan says, Scotty, I'm working on a 97 Dodge Ram van 2500, has a belt tensioner that rattles when it's on, but it's solid when it's off. Do I need to replace it or tighten something up? Heck, replace the belt first. It could just be a bad belt. When the belt's worn, the tensioner will go to as far as it can go and it can't tighten anymore, and then it's going to rattle around. It might just need a belt. Now, if the belt doesn't fix it and it still rattles, get a new tensioner and get an OEM tensioner. Don't go to a discount auto parts store and buy the absolute cheapest one you can buy, because those things, a lot of times, they rattle even worse than the one you had. So don't go too cheap on buying a tensioner if you need one. Abraham Nasser says, Scotty, my car has recently been displaying a check engine light and the car would hesitate. Based on this, what do you think it is? Okay, hey, I'm not the great car maker, I can forecast the future. Check engine lights come on in your car. It means there's a trouble code set. There are over 2,000 different trouble codes it could be. So the first thing you want to do is go to like AutoZone. If you don't have a scan tool, you can buy a scan tool for 20 bucks nowadays. But if you don't, go to AutoZone. They'll scan it. They'll give you a code. Then you go to my website, ScottyKilmer.com. There's the Ask Scotty question. Give the code, and I can analyze the code for you. But I can't guess without having that code, because there's over 2,000 different ones. And there's no saying what it is without that actual code.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.